Hi there. I'm about to show how I do a swirled soap with a clear laminating sheet divider. So this is laminating sheets laminated and then covered with another laminating sheet, laminated again, cut down to size to fit into my mold, and it fits pretty snug so it doesn't float up. Then I've got rose gold and gold clear base. This is detergent-free base, so it is down to a pretty low temp right now. The rose gold is 106, and the gold is about 110. So I'm ready to pour these. So I'm gonna take out the spatulas, keep them close, and pour one color on each side. Now this can get pretty messy. As you can see, my mold was already covered in soap. So I'm just going to pour one on each side. And while that sits in there, I'm going to scrape out my bowl as much as I can. This is where it gets messy because it pours down the side. Bear with me as I work around a tripod. It's all for you guys. All right. Get the rest of this nice jellied substance in here. And I am going to spray it with alcohol, kill them bubbles. Now, it's pretty separated. I like to kind of line it up as best as it can be, and then I just pull up and let it dribble. Now, anybody that works with micas in soap base knows that the micas swirl and swirl and swirl and swirl. They're like super hyper. So I want this to have a swirl in it, so I'm going to work on that by putting the skinny end of a chopstick in here and pushing down on one side, up on the other. Down on one side and up on the other. Now I usually do this with a clear base on one side and a white base on the other side, but I have found that the white base is much heavier than the clear base, so it will basically just sink to the bottom and there's no swirl once it's done. So I'm just gonna work on moving this around. I've got the stick going all the way to the bottom, and I'm pulling from one side to the other and around. And if you can see it, it is migrating over here. It's still moving around on its own. So I'm just going to spray the top. I'm actually going to turn it because my table's on a bit of a tilt because the floor is on a bit of a tilt. And I'm gonna leave that till tomorrow, probably night when I get back to it. Sometimes when I do these loaves, I'll come back the next day and just pour a thin layer of one of the colors on top just to kind of seal the top. This one, I don't think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm gonna leave it because it's really, really sparkly. Look at the sparkle in this. So I don't wanna move it too much because I don't wanna end up with one weird pink gold color. So I'm gonna leave it. I feel like it's gonna be kind of marbled, which I wasn't really going for anything specific with this. I am just trying to pump out loaves of soap. I have like 1 week left till a 3-day show, and I only have 300 bars, and I don't think that's enough. So cranking like crazy. That's it. So I will cut this tomorrow and splice the videos together, and then you can see how it came out. Bye. Okay, so I've pulled the rose gold / gold loaf out of the mold. I'm just going to bevel this ugly edge all the way around so that it's not thin and weird looking. And I like to do that before I cut the loaf. I don't bevel every edge of every bar, but I do like to bevel the top if I can. All right, so I'm just going to cut straight down. I'm not going to worry about the end piece here. being an end. And I absolutely hand cut all of my bars. I don't have a machine. So you can see you can almost see it. I can see it really well off camera. You see the gold right there? Carried into the thing. Let's see if we get more of a swirl. So my cuts are as straight as can be. Every bar weighs a little bit different. Ooh. Look at the sparkle in there. I love that gold mica. This is also a little more difficult with a tripod between me and the loaf. So you can see those swirls in there. Really swirled because these were both clear base, and the white base tends to sink, like I said earlier. So these are a little more evenly dispersed in the loaf, while still maintaining pink on one side and gold on the other and swirls inside. So these swirls are really, really pretty. I love this. It smells delightful. When I first got the spiced cranberry, I did not love it. The first set of bars I made with it, I mixed them with cream cheese frosting scent. But it's actually really pretty. I maybe also had a bit of a cold when I made the first set of spiced cranberry bars, so you can see how crooked my cut's getting. It's gonna be a wonky bar because I'm gonna try to save the loaf. See, it's a little skinny on the bottom. So these marbled really well. And one more cut. So one of these came out kind of weird and fat, so I'm going to try to slice this a little bit straighter, and then I'm going to use this little thin slice for my scent sample cup. So these I will just cut into smaller pieces. Nothing really special about that. Just enough to fit them inside this cup. And every loaf I make gets one of these cups, if I don't lose it after I make it. I put a lid on, and they will get labeled, and they get put out on display with all of my bars. And then these skinny bars that I wouldn't sell as an actual bar get chopped into thirds and become sticks for my soap stick sampler jars. So I put random sticks into a jar. They get about 5 to 6 ounces worth of soap in each jar, and then I sell those as a little fun extra. So that's it. That is my rose gold and gold marbled spiced cranberry soap. And it's really dark on camera. I don't know why it's so dark on the camera, because it's beautiful in person. You'll have to trust me on that. I promise. It's gorgeous. And that's it. Bye.